Freddy Ellis. I'm a wide receiver, number 2 from Keller, Texas. And how I ended up at Wheaton is a very interesting story. Coming out of high school, I knew that I wanted to go to a school that was going to challenge me, not only academically, but also I knew that I wanted to play football. And it's a real interesting story. I started getting some letters from Wheaton College, and I had never heard of Wheaton, being from Texas. And it turned out my high school coach was friends with Coach Swider, the head coach here. And he turned my name in. That's how I started receiving letters. And at first I was like, small school up in Chicago. I'm a Texas boy. I don't know about that cold. But Coach Swider comes to my house down in Texas, and he blows me away. And I'm just enamored by what he was saying, because he talked about things so much more than just football. He talked about things how the Wheaton football program, prepares a young man to live a life without regrets. And so, he caught my attention and he paid me a visit, so I thought, you know what, I'll go and pay him a visit. So next thing you know, I'm on a plane and I'm heading to Chicago, Illinois. And I go to Wheaton, and I'm just enamored by just by the caliber of person here at Wheaton. And I was just enamored by the Christian brotherhood, and I knew that it was something that I had to be a part of. And I felt that God was calling me here. And I had some other visits planned to some other schools, and I went ahead and canceled those and committed to Wheaton. And it was a decision that I don't regret. If you know Wheaton, Wheaton wins. And my favorite memory would have to be 2 years ago when we made it all the way to the national semifinals. That was just an unbelievable experience, because initially we didn't think we were going to get into the playoffs, and we were an at-large bid at the last second, and we ran with that. And we ended up making it all the way to the national semifinals, and unfortunately losing to Mount Union, who went on to win the national championship that year. I would say outside of football, it's really neat about Wheaton, and especially the football programs, we have opportunities to do so much more as a football team together. And I would say outside of football, still with the football program though, would be the mission trips. It's just such an amazing opportunity to go overseas. I've had the opportunity to go to Africa twice, and just to see God working, and then just to be side by side with your coaches and teammates is just phenomenal. Like I said, I went to Africa twice. I went to Senegal both times, and I went to Dakar, Senegal, which is the capital city in Senegal. And there in Dakar, there is Rodney Duttweiler. He's a former Wheaton football player, and he, after graduating from Wheaton, he went and set up a missionary there, and he runs this facility called the FAR. And what he does there is he does a number of outreach things. They work with the Talibé street children, and they also do a lot of educating, discipleship. So they'll bring people all over from Africa, and they'll train them up, coach them up, and then have them go evangelize Africa. And so both times I went to Senegal. My freshman year, I was injured. It was like my 3rd practice here, and so unfortunately it was a season-ending injury, so I was unable to play. And I mentioned just about the brotherhood, and I just besides, I love playing football obviously, but I just didn't want to leave this brotherhood. There's not a place like Wheaton. Just the relationships here, the guys on the team, the coaches, it's so much more than football, and I wasn't ready to leave that yet. And so honestly, it was a blessing in disguise getting injured, so that I was privileged to remain here and continue building the relationships that I have at Wheaton.